New year, new year, same me.
No,
Same person that's progressing.
Not. If I move around, we're good, right?
Yeah.
Is it recording already?
Oh, I'm recording, bro.
Wait, those recording?
This is recording and this is recording.
Holy shit. All right, man. Shit. What's up, brother?
What's up, my guy? How come you're not running right now?
Resting the body. Resting the body.
Have you seen Chris?
Yes, I have. Yeah, no, it's nothing to do with, how can I say it? The guy that's actually helping me, he looked at the marathons I did last year. He said, the reason why you haven't been able to PR or break that, you've been running too many miles, too many rounds, so no marathons for you at this moment.
Wow. Not even mile around the block or nothing?
No, I'm
like that?
running, but not like going back to extensive mileage per week or specifically a training program. So, yeah, it's a little weird, bro.
I do see you in the gym at LA Fitness. I always see you posting Instagram stories like you're dancing with that. What's the machine that you always do cardio on?
Elliptical.
The elliptical one. I always see you.
Bro, that's how I lost all
that.
my weight.
How many pounds did you lose?
When I was big?
No, within, because you've been going in December a lot.
I gained weight in December, bro. Don't
Oh, you
remind me
did?
of that. I hate
Oh,
too
damn.
much. How was your holidays, bro? Talking about December. How was the
I took a
holiday?
break, man.
Yeah,
Took a break. I paused, and it was good to just like chill.
How
I sold
important-
my car.
I know.
got
man.
another
You got a
car.
Whip.
I disconnected from Instagram, from real estate, from like the office. I didn't come for like
Yeah, you were in my
weeks.
3 weeks. You were in my. How important was that break? I know you took a break from social media. Even though the perception was you were dropping videos, I know you weren't, right? But how important was that break for you?
Oh, I think it's needed like anyone else. Everyone has to take a break. Everyone has to, I guess, like take a breather.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you come back refreshed. Like right now, I'm so refreshed. I'm ready to get back to work. This whole week I've been prospecting, and I don't think anyone's been like curious or like questioning me about it. I'm focused. I'm working right now.
I just got back from Mike Ferry,
Mm-hmm.
and he said something. Maybe he said it, I don't know how many times, but he said it's important for you to take 3 mental breaks during the day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, 3. And that way you refresh and focus back
Yeah.
to what you were doing, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of agents don't do that. They just want to go through the day and
Mm-hmm.
let me just handle what's coming at you. And when in reality, you need a mental break.
Yeah.
And you took 3.
Yeah, man. I took 3. I was just at home, to be honest. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't plan anything. It was a staycation. I chilled with my kids. We're riding electric scooters every day. I posted up my car for sale, and
That's how I found out.
yeah. I put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I sold it on Facebook.
What?
Yeah. So I bought that car for $28,000, and I sold it for $27,000. So I took $1,000 hit. But in reality, I had it for like 3-4 months. And those 3-4 months, I really drove it. And I had my foot down majority of the time, racing people and having fun with it. But I wanted to get something a little bit bigger. I don't think you've been in the new one.
I've only seen it.
Yeah, I got the Model Y. The Model Y is it's bigger. It has newer tech, has full self-driving. The app is officially a key versus before I had to open the app, unlock it, and then remote start. Whereas now I just walk up and it opens.
You're just showing off.
Different experience, man. It's a different experience.
Are you just showing off now?
No. I mean, Tesla owners know about
Yeah.
like the true conversations I've had with Tesla owners. Man, there's these small little things that just bug you, and they're on your mind until you get it fixed. I don't know. I've become like a car guy recently. I guess owning a Tesla has gotten me into like really enjoying the driving experience because I've never been like that, man. I used to drive a Honda Accord.
I met you.
Yeah, you met me when I was driving a Honda Accord.
And I remember one time telling you, that's not your car, bro.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, no, I'm happy with it. And you flipped that car, you sold it, you bought something else. And
Yeah.
well, I saw you. I would see you in a Tesla. No. And unfortunately, it became a blessing that they crashed into your car and then you ended up getting a Tesla.
Yeah. It was like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I would say. And that's funny because a lot of people have been saying that, like, oh, I see you in this car, or I see you in in like a techie car. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess
It goes with you.
it goes with me.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, I used to drive a bucket, man. I was making 200 grand. I had the investment property in Moreno Valley. I was investing with Grant Cardone. I was just trying to get my money game up, and I didn't really give a shit about what I drove. And I think that's important. A lot of agents, I don't know if they follow that path.
No.
They like to drive the nice
Yeah.
cars. I think there's like a running joke of real estate agents where they have to be in like a white Beamer. Do you know about that?
I have one.
Yeah, I know. And coincidence, you do have one. But there's like a running joke
Yeah.
with actually agents. It's like an Instagram page where he posts a bunch of memes, and a lot of it is like a
That's
real
the
estate
perception.
agent's milestone is leasing a white BMW.
Wow. I didn't get to the leasing.
Yeah, that's but whatever. Yeah, sidetrack it off.
Check this out, man. Get those hands up there.
Yeah,
So check this out. This is what I did.
you got
in my
two. You
break.
got some white
but
ones and some
I
black
got
ones.
these. Check. I gotta show these out. OG Slick.
Yeah, these are cool, man.
Shout out to OG Slick. So I'm a big LA guy, right?
You just got these,
I
right?
just got these. So these are sick. OG Slick is the creator of this. I saw these. This is art, by the way. I didn't.
Okay.
So while that break was going on, I got into this. I always wanted a hand, like a pair, because I got two of them. But these are cool, bro. These are the collectible ones. So I think
Okay.
the guy only made 180 of them. So
Wow.
I just had to get it. Obviously, it's LA. So I got into this. Had I not opened it, I think this is going for like $600 or $700. I bought them
That's
for
cool.
I think 200. But it's art.
Yeah.
So-
This is a cool collectible. It suits you too.
I thought about it. Yeah.
It suits you.
So I got another one. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more. So shout out to OG Slick. So he's wherever he's at. This is the guy that creates these.
Dope, man. You got a white one too?
I got a white one. They look like Mickey Mouse hands.
Yeah,
That's
they're like
everybody.
Mickey Mouse hands, right? What else? What else did you get into during the? Because you kept coming into work, right?
I kept coming. I really, it's like taking inventory. I came in. I wanted to know what I couldn't do, what I needed to eliminate, what it didn't work last year, what I should do this year.
Mm.
I really went through that whole thing during the time. Obviously a lot of planning that was going on behind the scenes, and then you got obviously me engaged, and you're going through that, have to plan all that thing out. So a lot of that had happened in between that break. So
I don't think anyone gave you kudos, but I want to give you some kudos right now because you hit top 10 recruiters in the nation with Century 21
yeah,
in
I did.
December or November, right?
I think it was November.
November, man.
Which
Congrats. It's
thank
crazy.
you, man. Yeah. I got an email and then it said, congratulations, top 10. So I'm like, what is this about? I saw my name on there. This is nationwide. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I was tripping
That's
out.
big, bro.
Yeah, that I would say.
Yeah, and while we were setting this up, I was getting a little frustrated, and you kept saying, "Oh, I got agent over here," and I'm like deep down inside, I'm selfish because I want your time and I want your energy to this, but I know deep down inside, like I know it's your work, so I try not to get mad, you know.
Yeah, you today you caught me with some meetings, but it's interesting that when
How many
I
agents did you meet today?
I can't say right now, man.
All right, fair enough.
But maybe when it drops,
It was more than two, right?
it's more than two
It was more than two today.
today.
That's good, man.
But I'll be honest, it's interesting. It goes back to who you hang around with, right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting when I met JJ. First thing he tells me, what you do is cute. And I say that a lot to people.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, that's cute.
Oh, it's cute.
And I say that a
JJ.
lot. I say that a lot. Like, oh, that's cute. Especially when someone's telling me about, oh, I did this. And I know I've already accomplished that. Like, that's cute. And then he started telling me about, you should have the ability to manage an office, going through the files. And then you have to also, have the ability to recruit. I've never really tapped into that. Didn't see myself as that, if that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to get into the top 10
Yeah, it's crazy.
and now being able to talk to someone from corporate and for the first time in, I don't know, over 10 years, to now have the ability to being coached. And so that's the difference.
Right,
That
right,
now
right, right.
someone's telling me, this is what you're doing right, this is what you're doing wrong, and be able to role play with them.
Mhm.
It's just, and again, maybe I don't know if this will ever air, but that's literally what's going on.
Mhm.
It's now I'm being, what's the word I'm calling it? Polished?
Yeah.
polish.
I
But yeah.
respect that, man. Like it gives me a good feeling to know that my coach is getting coached.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what's going on right now.
I like that.
That's what's going on right now. You obviously have to adjust a lot of things, but when I saw my name at the top 10, definitely never in my mind will I didn't concede.
Yeah, it's just you too. That's crazy.
And
I saw like other names on there. There was like 2-3 people.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure they have systems and they're calling and that's what they focus on. But
Mm,
ironically, that's not what you focus on.
no.
It's been coming to you naturally.
It's becoming
Or
naturally
organically, I should say.
organically, yeah. I think that's the right word. And to be quite honest, it's I don't know, word of mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Word of mouth, something you do also, social media, right? You
Mhm.
do a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
social media. And so that's how that came about. So the goal is to still stay in the top 10.
Yeah.
I made it a goal. I said, I want to be number 1 in that tier and to be able to go to the Century 21 convention and just be able to now meet people that are up there and just get to meet them because I need to pick their brain on what they're doing to be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because those people, like anything else, man, they have systems, follow-up systems. So yeah, I mean, kudos to that. But thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Not
for
a lot
sure,
of people, I think, knew about that.
Yeah. Got to, man.
And it's not like I bragged about it. So
I don't think you bragged about it at all. It was probably one Instagram story and that's it. Yeah, man. That's crazy. Bro.
what's one thing, bro? All right, got to ask you this question.
Mm.
What's one thing that you learned last year, right? One thing. And I'm going to ask you another question. What's one thing that will, I guess, do that quantum leap? Everything that you know now and everything where you want to be at, what's that gap? What do you have to do different?
Man, I think I need to work more. Because last year, out of the 12 months, I probably only worked like 6 to 8,
Okay.
to be honest with you. Although you would see me here in person and things like that. Man, I feel like I took a lot of vacation last year.
Mm.
And it still got me decent numbers. But I feel like last year I didn't work like I worked in 2021 or 2022. 2023 I felt was like trying to stabilize Instagram. And now I'm trying to get back on it and blow it up.
Mm.
I think that's going to be the
'Cause
quantum leap.
You added more systems. I know that.
Yeah.
I know you added a lot of stuff to your Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
people think it's so easy.
It is, but it isn't at the same time. It's kind of like real estate prospecting.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy, but no one does it. You know?
Yeah. That is
Yeah,
true.
bro.
That
it's
is
the
true.
same-
Because you engage
same
with a lot of
shit.
people on social media.
I have maybe like 2,000 to 3,000 conversations open right now with different people.
We were in Orange County,
Mm.
and there was a gentleman that just walked up.
Yeah,
to me,
this
right?
dude just walked up to me. That was
Yeah.
crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's like, hey, I got pre-qualified, yada, yada. And I'm, because the guy kept staring over our way.
Yeah, yeah.
And he looked at me, and I don't know if he probably recognized me through
We're
the
at
videos.
the mall,
Yeah,
South
we're
Coast
at the
Plaza.
mall. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I was once qualified, yada, yada. And you're looking, I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. And I'm like, well, are you going to buy or not?
I think he walked away and I looked at you and I'm like, who is that?
I'm like, I don't know. They're right. And that's obviously came from, we all know.
Yeah,
so
Instagram.
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah, yeah. It's my bread and butter. It's my foundation. It's my number one way.
And you're
that I
now
prospect.
actually purposely, intentionally, I know you're talking more of to seller leads versus what you were back in 2022,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And I think you shifted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably like 30% sellers, 70% buyers.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, sellers are going to be buyers.
Yeah.
So
You're-
when I talk to buyers, I get sellers too.
I hope you know this. So you know how you had your first couple of years has been a lot of buyers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you know that in about 8 years, how are you going to control the market? Have you thought about that?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
working it too.
Yeah.
I have everyone on HomeBot. I have everyone on a quarterly or bi-quarterly mailing. So everyone that's worked with me, I keep in touch.
So statistically proven in about 8 to 10 years after that,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be just sellers. So you're building a strong foundation. Kudos
Oh
to you.
yeah,
Kudos to
absolutely,
you.
bro.
Yeah, big time.
Absolutely.
I'll be honest. I think in the next 8 to 10 years, I see you as one of those guys, maybe prospecting an hour or two, because you get to see them on all these panels.
Mm-hmm.
But you're building a strong foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong foundation.
Oh yeah, I'm not being picky right now, to be honest. From price ranges, I go as low as 350,000 upwards of $1 million. So I'm not picky of anything in between.
Are you feel like build a team at any time, or you just want to be a solo agent once, maybe an assistant?
Damn, man, maybe an assistant, but I tried the whole managing thing in 2023 last year, and I had a VA, and I had to like really become you, and I didn't want to become you to that VA.
What do you mean,
like I had to coach this person, I had to stay on top of this person, I had to make sure this person was doing calls and how the calls were going and what the conversation was. I was like,
so are you at that stage where you have a problem delegating?
I don't have a problem delegating. I probably have a problem with maybe teaching. Maybe I'm not the best teacher, because I feel like someone that knows how to teach well, the student will pick up.
Okay.
Like there's been a handful of teachers in my life that I was able to just pick up whatever lesson they were teaching, and I gravitated towards those teachers. Like when I first met you, I really liked the way you taught, and that's what gravitated toward me coming to your classes. I was there like every week. I don't know if you remember when we first started, I was in your trainings every goddamn day.
I send you a picture. You're like, this looks like a high school picture.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You would actually come in back in the days. I miss that, bro. Like, hey, how do you do
every
this?
day, bro. Yeah, I was in your trainings every day, and everything you had to offer, at least as in that period of time, I absorbed all of it. Everything. I looked at how you worked, I looked at how you talked, and I just try to duplicate it as best as I could.
I found myself at a listing appointment with you. You asked me to go in Norwalk.
Oh yeah, I remember
corner
that.
lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them. They were moving to Texas.
Yeah. I don't think that happened.
So
because they ghosted me after, and the home's still there. They haven't sold.
Oh, so I remember going to that appointment, and you said something, and I'm looking at you like, wait, I say that.
Yeah.
And I literally I don't think I ever told you that, right? You're speaking and I don't know what you said, and then I look over to you like, wait, like I coached this, like and I'm like, oh, dude, this guy's pretty awesome. I don't think I actually talked too much that day. I think the only time I talked was when you guys.
You're talking a lot about running.
No, but that day, no, we weren't talking about running. Get out of here. The guy had lights in the backyard.
Yeah.
Remember that? And then I just kind of told him something what you would do with a shot. But after you actually did the whole presentation, that's probably why you didn't get the listing and I didn't talk.
That's a low blow. Damn, that is a low blow.
You talked to me about. I had to get back at you, bro.
He's a jerk. No, I swear, like I feel like coaching has to be a copy paste type of method.
It can be, yeah. It should be.
Yeah, I mean, if the coach is good, then why not just copy paste it?
Do you find yourself being a control freak in your transactions, like being after your TC?
No.
So you just delegate. So you are good at delegating.
Yeah, as soon as it's an escrow, man, I have an awesome TC. She is the best, man. She backs me up crazy.
I've heard nothing but great things about your TC, by the way. Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone back this year? Something I picked up as well. Have you gone back and studied what you did in 2023, where all the business came from, and how are you going to be able to duplicate that and add some?
I think the best transactions came out of referrals.
Do you know how many?
Yeah, it was 5.
Okay. And the other ones, have you studied where they came from?
Instagram.
Okay. So statistically, this is what they say. If you study that, you're going to be able to do the same thing. You're going to duplicate it. But it's that the question I asked you, do you know how to add to that? And what
add another flow or enhance those?
Enhance. So if let's just say you did, for instance, 20 sides. If you duplicate that business, you're going to get 20 again. But in order to get you to 20 to 30 or 35, do you know what to do?
I mean, massage the ones that are working. So I didn't massage the referral business a lot.
Oh, so referrals is one. What's one?
Past clients. I think like past clients are the ones that I need to massage a little bit more. I don't think the HomeBot and the quarterly or bi-quarterly mailings are enough. I think maybe I got to do more personal text messages. Maybe personal videos is what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about creating a video where I'm sending it directly to people that are friends or family or people that I know.
All right.
And it starts off with, hey, I made over 200 grand within the past couple of years in real estate. I want to start sharing the money with you.
Oh.
So the way I can share the money is if you have a friend, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle that want to buy or sell,
great idea.
then I kick back a little bit of the money. So there's that pending video that I have that I'm going to do. And I'm going to either direct send it to people.
Yeah, that'll be more efficient.
That way it's a little more intimate
Personal.
and a little more of a like conversation opener.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. I'm not going to post on Instagram.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, man. And it's just going to be, hey, I want to make some money with you. So I think if I do that and I do it like every quarter or every 2 months, that could probably bring in a little more. Because people know I'm a realtor now. I think I've established that over the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So.
And people also know that you now have very good knowledge with the business. You know the market share.
Yeah.
So that's already been established, which it leads me to this point. I want to share this with you. And I talked to you about the other day. I haven't done, I want to do it. Maybe I'll do it now. But I read this and in my mind, I'm like, wow, this is so powerful. And I kind of added some stuff to it, but it's knowing the difference between no.
Oh yeah.
And no, meaning N-O. And it when people know how knowledgeable you are with the market, they tend to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
You also got to identify that if they're going to act and do something now, right? So when you're speaking to someone, like, are they going to make a decision now?
Yeah.
And people like to talk to people that know their market share, which is what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why someone's going to say no to you is because you lack knowledge or you weren't able to identify that they're going to make a move now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so for me, it was like, wow, that's so interesting
stuff.
because it's obviously when you say it, it sounds very similar. No and no.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked that question, like, do you know the difference between these two? And you were like, get the hell out of here. But how powerful was that? Like, no, act now. And you'll get the listing, right? Or a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lack any of those two, like you don't know how to identify that they're going to act now, they're going to say no to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
If you lack the knowledge, which is knowing, they're also going to say no to your business.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was mind blown when it came to that. Like, I got to share that. And I shared that with you. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're coming to me with these. I don't know what word you said.
No, you started saying another acronym, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm going to take it as disrespect because you're just coming at me with things that I don't know. Just making up things on the spot. But it wasn't that. I understand the no and the no because they do sound similar, but they're spelled differently and they mean two different things. And the no is like a client rejecting, and the no is you actually knowing your shit. Yeah. Being able to pre-qualify the lead, but also educate the lead. That's important. I don't think people talk about educating the lead. You know what I mean?
Not a lot.
Like you have to pre-qual the lead. You got to educate them too. Like I've been educating my first-time home buyers a lot. Like I don't think people understand the costs of home ownership.
No, they don't.
There's so many hidden fucking costs in this. There's the down payment, the closing costs, the supplemental taxes, the moving costs, the upgrading costs or move-in costs, and then just the monthly maintenance is where I feel like the money gets eaten up. Because the flooring could go out. Like in my rental property right now, within the past 3 months, I think I've spent like $4,000 on just things around the house. The sprinkler, the fence, the wall, the this, the that, the filter for the 8. Man, it's draining, man. Homeownership is draining. If you don't prepare for it.
Yeah.
It can be draining.
And have you done any videos on that?
I do it more one-on-one with my clients over a phone call or Zoom. I've been doing a lot of phone calls lately. Like this whole week, man, this whole week has been great for me. I've talked to maybe 3 sellers and 15 buyers this week. It's been crazy. Out of those 15 buyers, maybe like 6 of them are referrals. Crazy.
So how do you see yourself doing this year? How many sides?
I mean, there's a number I'm aiming for,
Which is
25.
I think
If I do 25, that's going to be like 4 to 450.
I think you could do more.
I think my average commission went up.
No,
It was at 13. It's at 18 now.
Yeah, but imagine you doing 35.
Yeah.
And you know why?
That number scares me.
But you know why I think you have it in
It's
you?
scary,
Because
bro.
complacency.
Yeah.
A lot of realtors fall in
true.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
They fall into that trap because they feel like, oh, I've made this much, I could relax, right?
Mm-hmm.
And someone like yourself no longer needs somebody to actually drive the steering wheel.
Mm.
The problem, I think, sometimes a lot of agents, and sometimes I could see that in you, is that you don't want to go back and press on the pedal.
Mm.
Let me cruise. Because you know that when you know the minute you press, you know how fast, how many more transactions you can get. Do you see yourself falling into that?
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. I always fall into that. And it sucks because when you have 3 to 5 escrows open and you come in, there's work in front of you because there's always things happening in the transactions. And it's very easy to just make that your day to day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus continuing to search for more on how you got to 3 to 5 sides open that month.
Yeah.
So it's easy to say, I'm not going to prospect. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to just focus on my transactions because this is work in front of me and this is now work.
Yeah.
And if I close all this, I'll make $100,000 and blah, blah, blah. But when you forget about the prospecting over here and how you got these, bro, you stop prospecting for a month, you're down like 2-3 months.
You had that back in October.
Yeah, man.
I remember because you're like, oh, shoot. And we had a go to meet. We came short.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think 25 is, I think 25 for you, I think 35. We got 35.
I have 2 in right now. I'm planning on opening 2 more, but the 2 more I'm representing buyer and seller.
It's okay. So that's 4.
So it'll be 6.
Wow. Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I think
That's what I'm working on right now. And then I have so many conversations right now going with lenders about leads that are getting pre-approved.
so there's a lot in the pipeline.
And then the leads that are getting pre-approved, some of them are buyers, some of them are sell to buy.
Those are nice.
Sell to buy is the best, man. I love that. It fills my heart seeing a family get to like a closer location to where they wanted to, and actually like being in the position to where first-time home buyers are projecting themselves to be in. You know what I mean? Like it really like, man, it fills my heart seeing all these homeowners benefit from the 2020, 2021 boom. All the appreciation that happened those years. It was like 20%, 30% appreciation those years. Crazy, bro. Crazy. So it really fills my heart when you're telling someone that bought their first home like 4 years ago and they only put 20 grand in, and you tell them, hey, you're about to net like 250 grand. We got options on the table. They're like, whoa.
Their eyes like lit up.
Holy moly. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's right now, home prices have never been this high in the history of the world. Home prices have not been this high.
And especially out here in LA.
Especially in the SoCal.
Yeah.
And I saw a video today where, ironically, last year was the slowest year in the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it was even slower than 2008 when the market crashed.
I think when we did your numbers last year, you excelled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because nationwide, 35% of the agents took a hit.
A bunch of people left.
Yes. A great, I think they said 30 as well, 30%.
Damn,
but
dude.
Locally, I think at the local level here where we're at, I think 10 or 15% of the market share just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they were producing, there was like a 10, 20% ratio that their business dropped. You excelled on a year where people were like, oh man, my business went, they hurt. You actually excelled.
Yeah.
So, which leads me to this point, and we go back. You think you're going 25 based on last year, and I think I'm going 35 based on the way you worked. And if you were to push, the way the market's going to actually allow it, it's going to allow it to it's going to give itself. But because of your presence and because of your knowledge, I really see 35.
Yeah.
Because you said 5 right now.
Yeah. 6 will be this month. Opened. 6.
I mean, look at the
opened this
projection.
month.
6 times what? 12, 24, 30 what? Yeah, you're there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's maintaining it, bro.
Mhm.
Maintaining it is going to be a mission.
Don't ease off, man.
I'm not going to ease off. I'm going to try to do
Just don't go to them Drake concerts.
See,
Too soon.
you got me there, man. 'Cause
Hey, before we stop, like, what happened, man?
this dude was playing basketball and he broke, or I don't know if he broke. Drake.
Damn, Drake.
was
You
supposed to
broke
be-
his heart, Drake. Wherever you're at, and when you watch this video, this guy really was like
man.
heartbroken, sending me emojis.
My voice is.
You had like tickets to go to Denver.
Yeah, man. I was supposed
Like-
to be in Denver today. His concert was today.
This guy had like
Ironically,
a ski mask going on. I'm gonna go to the snow, yada yada, and I'm gonna go check out Drake. And yeah, Drake, wherever you're at, man, this guy really has his heart broken. I hope you see this video and make it up to him, please.
He moved the concert to April because he sprained his ankle playing basketball or something
Damn
like
you,
that.
Drake, stop playing basketball.
Yeah. But what sucks even more is that this is his second time rescheduling Denver. So if I was a local there, I'd be like, that's kind of lame, you know? But we wanted to go just because of the snow, you know, experience the snow, experience cool, and then Drake concert, have fun. But yeah, I don't know if there's going to be snow in April. Hopefully there is.
I don't know.
I feel like the seasons are a little bit
Pushed.
late, no?
Yeah, right.
Because there's no snow here. I don't think there is. I mean, I can't see them. Usually last year, or the year before that, there was
Last
a bunch
year
of
when
snow.
we had just moved here,
there was a bunch.
there was a
of snow.
bunch of snow in the back.
bunch of snow.
We
man.
actually had a video on that. Like, hey
Mhm.
man, goes back to the video we did. I think last year we did our first video.
Here.
I wasn't here. It was downstairs, and I'm like, how does it feel? We filmed it on the weekend.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
How does it feel
crazy.
being here a year later? This is
Um,
like a little redo of last year. How does it feel now being a year later in this office?
This is a great home. It's because I'm here a good part of my life, and I've been blessed enough to have my own space, a space that I can really deck out the way I want it to.
Yeah.
So it's cool having that sort of space, because if you go into a different office, they're not as big as this office. They're not as, I guess, like structured, because this office is very structured, man. I feel like it's a good office to put your roots down. I mean, I've only experienced a handful of offices, so I can't talk about everyone, but the ones that I've had a perspective on seeing, this has been one of the best ones, man.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a great
It's a
vibe in here,
vibe.
man. I
I'll
love
be
it.
honest with you. It's a vibe.
How about you? 1 year later, how you feeling?
Talk about, if it's one thing, if I could put it in perspective, it's learning, having somebody telling you this is your blind spot. Don't get hit on this.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's rare to have.
Yeah, I've been in positions where, JJ calls me in. He's asked me several times, like, what would you do here? And I'll tell him this, like, yeah, let's go with this. And he said,
Mhm.
you're right. However, have you considered this? Have you
Mhm.
considered this? Have you considered this? I said, no, I've never thought about that.
Wow.
He said, your answer's correct, but always know that this could happen. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then he asked me, there's been times he's asked me other questions. I'm like, I give him an answer. He's like, well, that's not probably the best thing to do because of this. Oh, and that's what I was looking for, like
Yeah.
that growth. And that's what I go back to when he told me, what you're doing is nice, it's cute, but we're gonna go here with it. And so that's elevated me on my game, my mindset, and to come into it's like, how can I say it? To come into a professional environment, right? Like it's really structured like an actual, like those big companies you hear in the news.
Yeah.
You got like the CEO, you got the broker,
Yeah.
you got everything. And every time you ask him about a certain file, a certain transaction, he dissects everything to the T. And
Oh yeah.
and then you're like, okay, I see, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. And how do you solve that then? He's like, well, you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. And I think that's for me what I've learned the most is learning my blind spots and just continue to push yourself.
Yeah.
And he holds you to that degree.
Mm-hmm.
He really does hold you to that degree.
Yeah, it's cool having someone that has that many years of experience, but It's like I sleep better knowing he's in my corner. Like there was a transaction in December where I ate up like a full day of his.
I remember that.
December, and I wouldn't have been able to come up with the solutions and the paperwork around what I should have done to make sure it doesn't bite me in the ass.
Yeah.
And just having someone like that in your corner, man, just goes a long way. Like I slept very good in December.
And not only that, but then like I guess the way I see it, it's more like when he'll ask me a question like, where do you see, how do you want to, like, I tell him, look, like, can we do this? And he's like, all right, you think it's gonna make sense? I'm like, yeah, all right, dude. And you know how he is, all right, dude. And I'm like, dude, he doesn't get in the middle of pushing you. And I think that you have to eventually, like in the beginning, I have to earn that trust, and you got to earn that some level of respect.
Yeah.
And so the thing I learned the most is just my blinders. Like, damn, I did not catch that. That's what I learned. And now look at us, man. It's something that I think when we first met earlier, I said, hey, check this out. This was only in my mind at one point, having like everything that we're doing now. And I think we're still on to better things.
Yeah, man. Manifesting is real. It is real.
Big time.
I swear.
Because I think in the next 3 months, I would like to us to just, I'm looking dead in the camera here. I want it to be a nice studio now.
That's next.
Because what's next? Maybe some more cameras.
This took way too long to set up.
Yeah.
This was like 90-minute setup. What time is it?
2:19.
Yeah, this took way too long. If we can just get somewhere.
Turn the shit on.
Plug in the cameras, turn it on. By the time we get there to start recording, maybe like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude.
The most.
Dude. We can have guests over easier. I think that's where we could really take it to a level, but we need an editor to help us take it to that level, because after this is where
a lot of people don't know. Somebody was just outside telling us, oh, now I see all the work that's being put into this.
Yeah, man, it's time.
Diana told us that. Actually, I spoke to Diana over the week. And she said, you know what? I never realized how much time it goes into filming. And I said, well, what did you think? She said, you guys make it seem so easy. I said, no, it takes time to set up, to take it off. I mean, it's a lot of things going on. I know we have more plans coming up.
Did she post anything?
Yeah, she did.
She posted
it.
Oh, nice.
You know that project I was telling you about?
Which one?
The one I'm telling you about, the shoot I want to do pretty soon.
Yeah. That's going to be cool. February?
Yeah. That's
going to be great, man.
I'm looking forward to that. So we got a lot of things coming up. I mean,
February is going to be fun.
Thinking out the box.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I don't think there's anyone like us in SoCal.
I haven't seen
anyone to like pick their brain on.
I know for a fact what we want to do, and I know I stirred it up. You brought up an idea. I'm like, damn, that thing just blew up, right? I think we do that. Once we do that, we're definitely going to separate ourselves.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think this is a year that we need to showcase everything.
Well, it starts today. It starts today, because I'm telling you, what I'm looking at right now, if people were to look what we're staring at, we started with one camera. We started with the phone. We got the other camera. They've got the equipment. We got one light. Next thing you know, we're lights. And I'm just saying, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what 2024 is got. Kobe year.
Yes, sir.
Were you a Kobe fan?
I'll leave it at this. I'm not.
So check this out. This is Kobe year, right?
I am a Kobe fan.
Kobe year. This is Kobe year. True story. I'm going to tell you a real quick story about Kobe. I was in downtown LA going to go have, I don't know, early dinner, or lunch. Drove right by Staples Center. I drove right by Staples Center, and I tell my fiance, I'm like, hey, let's go catch a Laker game today.
Oh, wow.
She's like, nah, I don't want to go, yada, yada. Bought the tickets behind home court, like behind the court, I'm sorry, for like $45, because the Lakers sucked that year. They just did. They had a horrible record. As we're eating, Kobe announces his retirement.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
coincidentally,
crazy.
I bought the ticket before he announced it. I got the letter. I was able to attend the last game. He scored 60. And then I was able to go to the jersey. So this is, Kobe year. So you're not a Kobe fan?
I am a Kobe fan.
Oh, you are a Kobe fan.
I'm not a sports spectator. I
Okay.
can't.
Do you have any good play or any memory of Kobe?
Man, this was in, I think 2012 when he was with Pau Gasol and he was with Odom and they won the championship. And I remember not going to school and watching the game at home and then winning the championship. Is that 2012 or was that
I think
2008?
you probably stay home because they played at nighttime.
Maybe it was a replay.
Maybe it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're not.
But I remember not going to school and it was maybe like around noon where I was watching the game.
You probably watched the parade.
And then the parade came on after.
Oh, okay, then it was
Yeah.
a parade. They probably showed the parade.
They probably showed the game and then the parade.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah, that was cool, man. That was really good. But I don't watch sports, man. I feel like sitting there in front of a TV for 3 hours is draining, bro. Like you could be.
Sitting here staring at you is draining. I don't tell you anything.
Well, you got to take it there. All right, man. That's a wrap.
Yeah, let's get out of here.